Wait, what is our intro?
We don't really have one. Welcome to the Grease.
I want to know, what is the grease? That sounds better, huh? What's the grease, girl?
I am Princess Capella, joined by Joshita.
Hola.
And this week we are going to overanalyze Drag Race Canada Season 4 and bring you every detail that you possibly could have missed.
Very excited this week because we have one of my favorite challenges every season. We've got girl groups coming through.
Last week's bottom, we have Luna and what did I write here? Last week, in the bottom, we had Luna and the Girlfriend Experience, with CC Superstar going home. Kitten Caboodle took the win. We had our predictions of who we thought was going to do well, were the Girlfriend Experience and Venus for Joshita, and I said I thought that Kiki was going to do well, and we both agreed that we might see Denim struggle a little bit in this challenge.
I think we were about 12% right on that one. We start off and the girls come back to the workroom. They're kind of chit-chatting about last week, and we're congratulating Kitten for her win. And I just want to note how handsome Venus and Kiki both looked with their facial hair.
Amy also throws a little bit of shade on the lip sync. Did you catch that?
I like Luna, but I didn't connect with her lip sync.
Yes, she was like, I didn't connect.
She's saying that Luna wasn't moving around enough and that she didn't bring it.
I can get it from like one perspective, but she didn't see from the front that Luna was really giving face, serving emotion, and like she didn't necessarily need to like flounce all over the stage to show that. Still a little shady. Another good part that was kind of juicy was Nira talking about the whole Golden Beaver situation and how they're going to use that strategically going forward. And she is full on like, if there is a weak girl in the bottom who I know doesn't know how to lip sync, lip sync.
Fuck fairness. If you think a girl can't lip sync, don't save her, just make her lip sync. Bye.
How do you feel overall when the queens start bringing up possible alliances?
In the end, it doesn't really matter because it comes down to like just winning challenges. It doesn't matter who like you're teamed up with, but I do think it can bring like a really interesting separate layer to things in the whole atmosphere of the competition.
I don't think we've seen any notable alliances because as much as people bring it up, there's not really an opportunity to do something like that except for All Stars 2, and we don't really need to hash that.
No, we don't need that to happen again.
I think that Nora, she came out and just said, fuck fairness, and I love that attitude, honestly. I think if you have the opportunity to throw someone to the drag gods in the Thunderdome of the lip sync for the bottom two, then why not, you know? You're not necessarily eliminating them, they're eliminating themselves if they can't really handle the lip sync, because it is a part of the show and everybody knows that going into it.
That is so true.
And we kick off the episode with our first mini challenge, which is another improv challenge after an entire episode of improv.
We get Denim being like, oh great, I'm so excited for this. This is clearly my thing.
I actually have written that this challenge was a mess. I thought this was really a weird move.
It was kind of cringy. Like there was not a lot of structure to it. Just like the idea of like, you don't know the name of the movie and you need to be off the cuff. A couple of them got a really bad, like Denim legitimately didn't even speak.
You're just so shocked.
Denim freezes up a bit, which is kind of expected, I think, based off of last week's episode. And the Girlfriend Experience again froze up and just completely just kind of tossed up her hands.
Not kind of surprised with that one, but definitely disappointing.
If I'm being honest, I didn't necessarily like anyone's performance in the mini challenge.
It was strange. But even Kitten. Kitten was even weird. And,
Yeah.
you know, I was expecting her to be able to pull that out, but it was like tap dancey and kind of sad.
She was kind of doing a Liza moment, I think. And I don't know if it was just like edited weird, but it just seemed like even the questions that Tracy was giving, it just had no real direction at all. It really seemed like they had, you know, been in a meeting, the production team or whatever, and wrote out the challenges for the whole season, and then they were like, oh shit, we missed this episode here, we need to come up with something really quick.
Melinda ends up winning the challenge, which was a little bit weird because she was maybe the most cringy, but maybe that's why she won, because nobody else was very good.
Right there, right there. Yes, 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 yes.
Hello?
I don't know if she was supposed to be on pills or what.
Next, we move on to the main challenge. We get the room mail that has all these little wordplay things on girl groups with seduction and Vogue, Spice Girls. So very exciting. All the girls know what's up, and it is time to prepare.
Not taking the performance of this week into consideration. Based solely off of what we had seen up to this point, who were you grabbing for your team?
Definitely grabbing, based off last week, girlfriend experience. I'm probably gonna grab Venus. I'm probably gonna grab Luna.
I think I would have gone for Nora because she mentioned that she was a dancer.
Nira.
And I would have definitely grabbed Venus because she popped off so hard that first lip sync. And I also probably would have grabbed Melinda just because she gives off such good performance energy.
Also, you keep calling her Nora, and her name is Nira.
I'm sorry, my autocorrect corrects Nira's name to Nora every single time.
Melinda becomes the team captain, and Luna becomes the other team captain as she survived last week's lip sync.
I like when they do that, kind of give a consolation prize to the lip sync winner from last week. We do have Denim picked last, which is kind of unfortunate, but I think I saw that coming. Even when they lip synced in the first episode, it wasn't giving girl group energy.
The two songs that they do are Heartbeat and Heartbreak, one of them being more poppy and fun, while the other one is kind of like a more edgy, kind of like sad breakup song.
I clocked this. I said, these songs are going to be exactly the same, but the word heartbreak is just going to be switched with heartbeat. Do you think it really mattered, the heartbreak versus heartbeat at all?
I mean, no. To be honest, no. Maybe to like a very small degree with like genres and like preference, but to be honest, I really don't think it would have made a difference. They're still writing lyrics, they're still doing choreo,
Yeah.
They're still having to perform this in front of the judges, so.
It's up to you. Are you picking heartbreak or heartbeats?
I would probably go with Heartbreak because I've always been a sucker for like that type of energy in a song, and I would like to be cutty with my lyrics.
I'm also still an emo kid at heart. I think I would have picked heartbreak as well. I think it's easier to write kind of either bitchy or sad lyrics than it is to write like, ooh, I'm so in love, yay.
Okay, maybe that's one of the aspects that makes the difference though in the choice. I didn't think of that.
As far as the team names go, we have the Vixens versus the Love Bugs.
Could have been better. Very normal, very common. We could have come up with something, something with a dick or something.
There was no real wordplay or those kind of standbys that we see in the Drag Race girl groups. It was no Frock Destroyer. Vixens is kind of boring, and Love Bugs.
So we have on Heartbeat, we have Venus, Aurora, Luna, Nira, and Denim. And then for Team Heartbreak, we have Kiki, Kitten, Girlfriend Experience, Melinda, and Amy Yonsei Chanel.
We go into the recording session with pop star Rev.
My God, she is so gorgeous. Holy crap, she's so pretty. Watching her at the judge, when she was on the panel, I was just like, she should be walking the runway. And she knew what she was doing too. Sometimes you get up there and you're like, where'd they get this person?
She was giving really good advice, which is always interesting to see the musical judges that they bring on is, how much of these artists are actually doing their own songwriting, let alone their own production. So we start off and Denim is doing her verse, and she says she's her own muse in the challenge, with I thought was great energy.
Love that.
I think it worked really well for their song as well. I think Denim probably ended up having my favorite verse.
I think out of everybody, it had like a really good flow, and to be honest, they were very much doubting that they were going to be able to do well in this, and
Mm-hmm.
did so well. Like, the lyrics were good, the look was on, the performance was there. I was like, what were they worried about?
Luna's vocal with a. I don't
It
even
was so
know.
funny.
It was just so.
And the girls were not having it. They were like, this is the longest take. I'm never going to get this out of my head. I'm in love
I'm
with
in
you.
love
Then we have Aurora, who immediately jumps in, immediately is like, I've never done this before, but let's just try, and kills it.
Yeah, she went nuts. I don't know if she went like crazy on the lyrics in a good way, because it was a little. I mean, it was really, really cheesy, and she's rhyming me with me type thing,
Yeah.
and Rev is like, "Hey, this is good. We need to cut out about 50% of it, though."
Yeah, too many words going on, but
Yeah.
and again, those critiques, she was like, let's cut this, let's do this, and it was very much like a workshop situation.
Yeah.
I loved it. It made me very excited to see the actual performance with her.
Aurora is getting notes from Rev, and she's taking them in stride, and she's like, yes, cut it, done. She's not letting those things get into her head. And a lot of times with critique, it's easy to be like, oh, that means I suck, I'm a piece of shit.
It seems like the later and later we go with Drag Race, the more queens seem to be like afraid of doing challenges like this. You seem to find more queens that are like, this is not my thing. So having a coach like that and be able to work through it like that, I'm sure helps them a lot.
And then we have Nora, who seems to do fine. Really.
Mira?
Oh my god, the autocorrect! Poor Nira. Yeah, she does fine.
Her lyrics were good. She was pitchy. She was finding the note. She was getting there. But I think her lyrics were better than she was she got credit for.
I did really actually like Venus's verse. I like that she kind of brought in some sex and some double entendre, even if it was predictable. But I am a hater, so I'm gonna shit on it.
For sure. She did well with recording and everything, but I think after she heard, because she went last, so she heard everybody else first, and then she kind of got in her head a little bit and was like, did I do well enough? So I was like, come on, girl, you did a great job. Don't doubt that.
We have the Vixens group start up their recording section. Melinda, I thought, was fine. It was giving kind of Broadway. Her voice was fine, which is not necessarily something that you can control, so props to her for just letting it out.
The lyrics were slightly cliche, but exactly the thing, like you said, like, she belted it out, like, and it's like, some of the queens are too scared to even try doing that. Like, Kitten couldn't even, like, really do what they were asking, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
And that's what I like about Melinda. She's, like, ready to go in balls deep. She's ready to do it, even if she kind of looks stupid. And then we have Kiki, who goes next.
Yeah.
Very rhymey, kind of like child school rhymey almost, like too much.
The final product of Kiki's lyrics were just a little bit like, I'm not too sure what's going on.
I was like, where is this? Where's Kiki? Come on.
And then Kitten's delivery, like you said, was just really boring.
And when she was asked to kind of give more or like expand or like make it bigger, it was just the same exact thing. She was like retracting into her shell, like, nope, I can't do that.
And she said she didn't know what that meant. Like, bullshit, you don't know what that means. Like, Rev's telling her, take that line, stop, block, pussy, pop. That is such a good line.
I know, and it could have been like, bang, bang, bang.
It was so weird for her to be like, I don't know what you're talking. Oh, Kitten doesn't say the F word.
Then we move on to Girlfriend Experience, who is, quote unquote, scared as shit to go up there and do this. And she mentions that her voice is one of her dysphorias and her like trans journey, and she was like almost embarrassed to go out there and even try. But I think she did such a good job, especially with being terrified to do that. Like and she even said, like, when I feel comfortable and when I feel supported, that's when I'm gonna grow and like shine. And I think she was given that opportunity.
I do think that she had pretty good lyrics. They were the content of them was good. The idea behind them was good. And which I thought was hilarious because Rev on the runway is like, you really are a great lyricist. And I was like, okay, sis, delusion. As someone who has struggled with dysphoria, for you to put your thing that makes you dysphoric on display, that is terrifying. So for her to even get up and do that, like, yeah, that's awesome. For her to do it as well as she did it too, she did fine. Amy was so smart for doing her verse in her native language. It really just gave the song another dimension that it really needed.
Yes, I literally put, I am so happy that she did her verses in Spanish. There was English in there that came through, so she was like still keeping us like together with it. And one of my favorite parts about it is that it wasn't a discussion. It wasn't a, should I do Spanish? Will people understand? It's to the point where she's like, fuck that. This is my language. I'm bringing me. And it changes the entire vibe and feel of the song. And you can tell before they're performing it, just by the way that it sounds, that it's going to be very good.
It was really exciting. You know, I know maybe a handful of Spanish. I didn't exactly know what she was saying, but you could kind of understand the idea of it just with the delivery. She killed her verse. It was really good.
Next, we move on to like the choreo for group. Oh God. I didn't write their names down.
The Love Bugs go first, I think.
With Aurora and Nira? Yeah. Okay.
You mean Nora?
So we start out with the Love Bugs for choreo. Aurora and Nira kind of take the lead on choreo, and they sort of have to really slow everything down for Luna and kind of Denim as well.
I was kind of surprised that Luna struggled with the choreo. I thought she was a great dancer.
So they're like focusing a lot on trying to make sure that the girls who need a little bit more help get it. And then that kind of starts making them screw up, and then they sort of get a little bit confused by the end of it.
It all started unraveling towards the end, which was honestly hysterical when they were doing the choreo and then they finish it and Aurora goes, wait, did I do that right?
Did I do that right?
For the Heartbreak group, the Vixens, Melinda takes over as the group choreo leader. And she is immediately dance moms.
I lived for this energy. If I had been on that stage with her, I'd have been like, okay, no, bitch. This is not what we are doing today on this stage, mama. No.
She was like, you're not doing face. This all counts. We're performing right now. I want to see you snap.
Face, face.
Amy, in her aside confessional, being like, don't be over diva.
Don't be over diva.
Was just like, I was dying. That was so funny. Girlfriend Experience is struggling with this choreo, this thing that's going on.
It's so sad to see because like even like in episode 1 and 2 I was like, let's see her do this, and like now I'm just like, oh my god, this is not what I thought was gonna happen. And she says she's never done choreo before. She has no experience with choreo, so I guess I kind of get that if you're like Kennedy Davenport, when you just like can throw down and it's all freestyle, but once the choreo comes in, it kind of messes things up. That's like, I feel so bad.
I did think overall, as we come back to the workroom and start getting ready, that Amy is really shining in this episode. But as soon as she starts putting on her makeup, I'm just like, I'm gonna hate this look. I'm gonna fucking hate this makeup. Hell no.
I didn't have that reaction. I was like, the entire episode, like this whole episode for me was like shining star for Amy Yonsei Chanel. Like she fully came out of her shell. Her personality is shining. And I just like every scene with her like just made me so happy. I was just like, this bitch is so funny. She's so talented and people are sleeping on her and she doesn't even give a fuck.
And we get a little bit of an inside look at the Queen's love lives, which was very cute to see all of these stories of queer love and the many shapes that it can take.
Denim mentioned that they're married. And then they talk about T for T relationship and how that's like gratifying. Then we see Nira's boyfriend, who is also really hot. Oh my god,
Yeah,
those
what the
photos.
fuck?
At the end of all this, Amy is like, yeah, I just got divorced.
I loved that bitch. I am 100% in support of gay divorce.
Yes, she's like, I'm ready, I'm single, I'm looking for a man and 5 kids.
We start off the runway, and Tracy looks fine. I have no notes. Her dress was boring. Her hair was great.
I didn't write anything for Brad, but I think he was wearing that like chainmail type of like top with a jacket over it.
Sparkly mesh and bringing the neon again.
Brooke giving Maleficent, could cut diamonds with her cheekbones, perfectly laid hair. Holy shit, she looked amazing.
This bitch is giving Shadowheart, about to turn out the Gauntlet of Shar. And what pisses me off is that this is my haircut. The amount of people online I saw being like, are those Brooklyn's real cheekbones? She's gotten botched, whatever. And I'm like, are you fucking brain dead? What's wrong with you? Have you been watching a different show? No, she went and got fucked up weird ass filler in the middle of filming. Episode 3, she comes back with full work done. What's wrong with you? My first thought was that the Vixen's look wasn't too cohesive.
I think that's a really difficult thing to do too, because like you don't know who's going to be on your team, so you can't plan this necessarily ahead and like try to like get things that match or things that are similar. So I see why they can kind of falter on that front more often than not, but I agree with you. It's like, especially like just like for my particular taste, like, and it's coming from like the 90s, like when their girl groups were huge. It's a particular look. You have to have the particular look, and it's hard to do.
Somehow nobody knew any of the words.
Collectively, they might have known half.
Right.
It was like, what happened?
I will say it is easy to forget lyrics that you've written. I do it pretty much anytime I perform. It's kind of my thing, but I also am brain dead.
We had like Kiki did not really know the words. You could see Tracy clocking it literally on camera, being like, ooh, that's a lot. Kitten didn't know the lyrics at all. Very, very much in her head.
What would Liza say about that performance, Kitten? Come on.
Next!
Girlfriend Experience I thought looked amazing. I liked her sequin sparkly bodysuit that she was wearing with like the harness, and the hair was gorgeous.
She looked great, but just so low energy. You could tell like I just felt like she didn't want to be there. If she had literally just turned up the energy some, I feel like she could have been like safe.
Once Amy started her verse, it was like, oh, I can relax. Finally, like somebody is gonna take the reins and I can enjoy it. It was the tonal shift of everyone on stage once Amy started to dance. I was like, okay.
They're like, finally someone's delivering. The whole vibe of, like you said, the whole song changes when she comes through. It was so fucking good, and she was clearly the best out of the group.
It was kind of disappointing because I felt glad when the Vixens were done.
Next we have the Love Bugs coming through with Heartbeat. We start off with Denim, who immediately somersaults in that giant hair thing, ponytail.
Immediately, I thought that their look was a lot more cohesive. Denim really surprised me. I was almost kind of waiting, because I'm a hater, for her to mess it up. And it never did.
And then we have Luna. I really liked her hair. I thought it was very cute.
Her performance was good. It was solid.
Not Nora or Nori, but we have Nira, who goes next. And I thought she was like really like in the poppy kind of vibe. Her lyrics really brought that across. I think that she really got the theme.
Nira was pop princess 100%. Her dancing was really good.
Venus, who ends out the group, and I thought hers was good. I thought like it was very cliche poppy. It wasn't as good as Nira, in my opinion. I liked the wig, even though it was another one of those kind of slightly wet hair.
I literally could not stop watching Aurora during the performance. She was really like over the top, just went for it, bitch.
She was so good, and the outfit was amazing. It was giving like edgy kind of Baby One More Time, and she had like fucking Hayley Williams hair. Love Aurora. Oh my god, she was so good.
She was borderline crazy frantic with her movements. It was like very sugar bubblegum pop. It was so good.
When she did her performance, like her verse, they cut to Amy over in the stand being like, Game recognized game, bitch. Like, thank you for being the other good one. Runway time, we have the sunglasses at night theme. We're gonna start off with Amy Yonsei Chanel. Her girl groups look, it wasn't like my super favorite. It was polished, it was together, kind of had the Y2K Sugar Spice wig going on.
The hair was cute. I don't really like the top.
The runway look is giving me like Caribbean party. We're going to a masquerade with a giant fucking sunglasses on. We got a ponytail whip. I'm living for all of this.
See, here's my problem. The nude illusion is not the right color. The sleeves, yes, I like. The bottom pant, like bodysuit, stoned bodysuit is, I don't know, maybe with the big exaggerated top would have been too much, but I just feel like it doesn't go together and like the color is off slightly. And then the glasses themselves, I don't know if it's because she's wearing them pushed all the way down her face or what, but they're like, they look tiny. They look like kids' glasses or something. I don't know. The glasses I don't like. I love the hair though.
I still love the look.
Hate the makeup. Oh my god, hate the makeup so bad.
Is it just the color or?
I think it's mostly the eye shape and the eyebrows, I think are just really chunky, like chalky. Next up we have Aurora Matrix.
She's amazing. I just want to like hang out with Aurora.
I love the pleated skirt in the girl group challenge look. The hair, like you said, is very kind of Britney from Hibby Baby One More Time. And the way it kind of bounced when she was singing was just a smart choice.
She was electric in the performance. She looked great. Loved the boots. This, like the straps on her sunglasses. Oh my god, they were beautiful. And she was all burnt up. I was, living. I'm here for that one. Front row, throwing tips.
Okay, so here's the thing. These aren't sunglasses.
Oh.
They're just frames.
It's like a mask, like a masquerade,
Yeah,
right?
it's this. Okay, yeah. So this is On Fire Masquerade. Don't get me wrong. I love the detail. The strap of the dress hanging from the glasses, that is so cool. I think this outfit is beautiful, except I don't like the glasses because they're not glasses. They're a mask.
I didn't even clock that. I was just so in love with her beauty that I was like, glasses.
I'm a hater. I'm drinking haterade 24/7. The next look.
Denim. Girl groups, not my fave. A little pedestrian, a little like, I don't even know, really.
I like this hair.
I'm not even sure I wouldn't go that far.
This bitch stole my look.
Yes, and it took me 2 watches.
The way I was screaming when she walked out wearing my fucking goggles. I'm famous.
So where do you fall on this? Are they glasses or are they goggles?
I will say this. They are goggles.
Okay.
Okay, don't get it twisted. And she does have sunglasses all up in her hair. If it was just the goggle, I would probably be like, no. Except I would have been like, yes, bitch, because they're my goggles.
The look is so good, though. It's like those like snowboarding games that came out in the 2000s with like all the dancing. Like SSX Tricky. Denim has such a tangible aesthetic and can just pull that out whenever they want to, and I really appreciate that about Denim.
I'm gonna be honest, Denim looks hot as fuck in this. Like, the hairy chest and the hairy stomach in the bikini is like doing things to me.
And there was something about Denim's eyes, just something so like attractive and like magnetic about her face and her eyes right there that I'm just like, I love your face.
It's probably just that she's hot and we're horny.
That could be it too, yeah. Up next, we have Kiki Ko. This picture. I actually didn't mind Kiki's look for girl groups. I thought it was pretty passable. It was very draggy, very Kiki. I have no complaints about that look.
It's kind of 2000s era. You know, everybody was wearing silver like right before Y2K New Year happened. That was everybody's go-to look. I think, yeah, it was fine. The hair was fine. Everything was passable. I thought she looked good.
Overall, love this look. I think everything about it is really good, except I don't like the face paint. Everything was so polished and so high quality, and then the face looked like you went to a carnival and had it done.
I like that they went a little different with the black sclera lenses. That's cool. The outfit itself, I like the color combination. I think it's really different. But it's just big sunglasses on top of another outfit. You could completely not have those glasses
Yeah.
and it'd be still a great outfit.
I'm still gonna go ahead and say, you know, Kiki has an A for me on the runway.
Next up is Kitten Caboodle. In the girl group challenge, I thought this was fine. I love a little thigh-high stocking. I like the neon.
It wasn't anything special, but I'm not gonna like fault her for this. I think it's fair and is fine for girl groups. I like her sunglasses at night look, but I feel like she took her glasses off right away and then didn't have them on. It wasn't really like part of the look.
It's just kind of a fetishy look, and then she put sunglasses on.
It was a little bit boring.
It's not what someone would think when they first hear sunglasses at night. It might be the first thing someone thinks when they think BDSM cop.
It might be able to get that at like a sexy shop for Halloween. So then we have Luna Dubois. And as simple as her girl groups look is, I thought it was really cute. I thought it was very poppy. I liked the kind of like short little blonde number that she did. The gloves were really cute. The one thing I did think though is that everything was gold. All of her accessories were gold. Her belt, her gloves, the necklace, the earrings, and she wore clear shoes.
I did like this. Kind of an 80s vibe to it, and I do really like the gloves.
I had to rewind this one a bunch because there was something off about it that I was just like, I don't know what it is. And I think it's the gloves. I don't like the gloves. I think they're chunky.
They were kind of flopping around as well at the top. On the bottom of the look, I can't tell if this is a strap or something, is hanging down. And it almost looks like the ruche trim that's around the look, part of it has like come off and unruched itself.
I think if she fixed that and took those gloves off, I think it would fix the shaping like silhouette issue that I'm having. I think like this one in particular is better than like Kitten Caboodle's look because I feel like this one looks more high quality. It's a little bit more polished.
Yeah.
But these glasses are a second thought.
Next up we have Melinda Verga for the girl group challenge.
I hated those feathers around her neck.
You lose your neck and then you look like you're kind of scrunched up.
Take those feathers off and then it's okay, I guess. On the runway, okay, so what? It looks like one of those masks that like the guys who like fucking solder or whatever you call it.
Mask?
Welding, yeah.
Oh my
Looks
god.
like I'm not gay.
Honestly, a welding mask look would have been awesome.
I don't really know what vibe she was going for with this. I'm not sure the ideas.
She said she's going off of the music video from the song Sunglasses at Night.
Okay.
How are you gonna take your drag queen self and be like, I'm gonna base this off of a music video from the 80s where it's just like people wearing collared shirts, and then you're not even gonna put on a necklace?
I guess the reference is lost on me and I assume that it was lost on a lot of other people who were watching. We then have Near Enough, who I was really, really happy with. She was very poppy. She fit into the genre really, really well. I loved the hair, the long blonde.
Pink, princess, realness. I love this little outfit.
I am so curious to see what you think about her runway look.
This one I kind of fought myself with because I love the hood element. I love this. I love that you can see the snatched cunty brows peeking above the sunglasses. I love the color on her. I almost wish that it could have been cinched somehow, or she could have padded her hips more because of the shape of it. I still feel like I don't know how I feel about this. I think the glasses themselves are a little... They're different, but they're just, like, weird.
She was another one that I rewound a couple of times to watch the runway for. And I think part of the reason I really like it is because of how she sold it on the runway. She was so confident, and the cutouts are like super sexy. It's very form-fitting. I agree she could have probably padded it out a little bit more. But still, I thought it was very sexy. The one thing I will say is that I kind of wish that the hood connected instead of having like her neck out. I'm here for her this week. She's checking all my boxes.
I really like this color, and I do think she is serving some body. And I really like the face. Moving on to the girlfriend experience. In the girl group challenge, she looked so good.
I was a little bit bored. It's just like a body stocking. Okay, first of all, you know that I had high expectations going into this. Like, it doesn't look bad by any means. I thought this one was just like in the shadow of what her actual runway was.
I thought she looked really sexy. I love the full sparkly body stocking. Onto the runway, she's serving sexy tits out Darth Vader.
It's really, really good. I love the fetishy vibes. I like the whole titty cutout situation with the harness over it. Like, oh my goodness.
I thought the sunglasses themselves kind of missed the mark.
I didn't understand it at first because I couldn't tell that it was supposed to be like hands.
It didn't really look like hands.
Finally, we have Venus. Her girl group look was... It was pretty good. I did like the, like, poofy sort of, like, forearm covers, whatever you call those.
There's something that I don't like about this look. She looks like a Fraggle because I hate this dried, frizzy hair like this. This is gonna be my critique that I've had of Venus a couple times. I haven't mentioned it before, but I live for her being an untucked queen. But there's something about the fit of the crotch area. Anytime she wears this in particular, the girl group look in particular, because it doesn't happen on the runway look.
Yeah.
When it's a full panty, because I think her like legs are so like skinny and muscular and beautiful, there's a gapping that happens between the panty and the leg that makes it look like she shit her pants in a diaper in the front. I watch wrestling. I look at cocks in all the time. I look at cocks all the time.
I'm constantly looking at cock.
I see cocks
I see them.
in spandex, and it just needs some elastic or something. I don't know.
Maybe she should pad out her Speedos and then it would make it look like she didn't have such a big cock.
I mean, maybe that's like she just wants to serve big, huge cock tucked up in her panties.
Yes.
But I'm saying there's a gap, you know, and I'm just like waiting for her cock to fall out. Like, I did really like this runway look. I like the Terminator reference. I think it's kind of funny that she's got all these glasses, like, you know, like a watch seller.
She had like the triple whammy because she had glasses, regular glasses on her face with the Terminator eye. She had booby glasses, and then she was also a flasher selling glasses. Come on. The only thing I have for like during the critiques was the girlfriend experience's kind of like lame excuse. She was just like, yeah, never really done choreo before, and like, oops, I just forgot.
It's easy in that moment to make excuses like that, but you could just own it.
Amy like yelling during her critique as well, because
Oh my
obviously
God.
she got really good critiques, and then she was like, fuck you to my ex and don't call me, I'm a superstar. It was my
Yeah, I'm a
favorite part.
superstar. I'm on TV, bitch. Girlfriend experience, Kiki Ko and Kitten Caboodle in the bottom. How the mighty have fallen.
Right? I'm like, wow, poor kitten going from the top to the bottom. Then our safe queens are Melinda Vedga, Luna Dubois, Near Enough, and Venus.
Melinda is kind of living in her drag delusion backstage, being safe. She's like, I felt like I really had a connection finally this week, and then everybody else in my group is in the bottom.
Get that though, like I would probably feel terrible as well if every single person in my group was not safe, and I was. We also have the tops as Amy, Yonsei Chanel, Denim, and Aurora Matrix.
Aurora wins and is awarded the Golden Beaver. So we go backstage for girlfriend, Kiki, and Kitten to plead their case. And when we go backstage, Nira says that she thought that Amy was going to be in the bottom.
And what even shocked me more is that Nira said, we all thought Amy was going to be in the bottom. She wasn't having it either. She was like, shut off your fucking mouth. Like, don't even.
Girlfriend Experience is unfortunately having another breakdown backstage.
She's spiraling fully at this point, and she's like, I'm ready to fight and I want to be here, but like, I kind of don't believe her. Kitten, she boldly states that, oh yeah, I did miss a line in my lyrics. Luna's like, no girl, I clocked that. You missed a lot of lines.
Why is the Golden Beaver not gold, though?
I thought the same thing when I first saw it, and I was like, first of all, it's a regular beaver.
So with Girlfriend Experience, Kiki Ko, and Kitten Caboodle in the bottom, you have the Golden Beaver. Who are you saving?
I would struggle because I would feel like I should save Kitten because of her track record.
Mhm.
And just like, I know that I would save Kitten, I think.
If you're looking at track record, you can't save Girlfriend Experience, and you pretty much have to save Kitten. I was honestly surprised when Aurora chose to save Kiki. I thought that was a little weird. I was really surprised by this lip sync. I was like, okay, Girlfriend is gonna absolutely just wake up, slay this lip sync, and Kitten is gonna fall and break a hip.
And then Beat 1 dropped, and everything fucking changed. Holy shit. Kitten fucking showed why she is on the show. She did not have to do the splits. She did not have to fucking flip around. She did some twirls. She knew every fucking word, and she was dancing. And she was dancing well. She danced fucking circles around the Girlfriend Experience.
Kitten starts popping off, and I'm like, this bitch is 57 years old. I am 32. Get me her vitamin regimen. Get me her workout routine. Like, I can't dance like that.
It's one of those lip syncs where it's like, beginning, you already know who's gonna win.
Do you think that Kitten Caboodle didn't know the lyrics to the girl group challenge because she was learning all of the words to this song?
100%, because that bitch knew every fucking syllable.
The Girlfriend Experience goes home.
Yes, we see this beautiful creature sashay away, sadly enough.
Now it is time to award our Best Hair award for this episode.
I went with Brooke.
Ooh, little bitch. I actually had written that I would have picked Brooke because this wig was such a slay.
In case you were gonna give me hate over that, I did put Aurora in my second slot.
I also picked Aurora's hair in the girl group challenge.
Who do you have for best mug?
I actually went with Near Enough. You see her backstage when she takes the sunglasses off, and her makeup is just so stunning.
I ended up going with my girl Aurora. I thought her mug in the sunglasses at night was just so like buffed out and smooth. She looked gorgeous, and like everything about it was just so natural and beautiful. Definitely go with Aurora.
Who are we giving this week's best dressed?
I have decided this week that we're going to give it to Kiki Ko.
I am giving my best dressed award to Denim.
Can we please talk about what we saw for the next episode?
I can't wait. Some drama is cooking up.
Somebody's screaming, somebody's not happy, somebody's talking about leaving. I don't even know who it is.
It's Melinda.
I thought it was Melinda too, but I'm like, who are you excited for? Who are you watching next week?
I know I said I was excited to see Kiki this week, but I'm excited to see Kiki next week for the design challenge because I believe she designs and makes most of her looks.
I'm definitely excited for Denim because Denim's looks are always really, really polished and like thought out. But I'm also curious to see how Kitten does because she has a lot of experience. I'm sure she can probably put out an outfit pretty quickly.
Hopefully Kitten has some fire cooking in there to prove herself after a bit of a fumble this week.
Hopefully she got her grease up to 350, sister.
She's ready to fry. She's percolating in the grease.
She's percolating all of our little grease traps.
Got the grease trap laid, snatched,